Aloha, guys. Third time's a charm. Let's see if we can get this done. All right, so we're going to cover Kevin Samuels now, trying something new on this channel. Kevin Samuels is a relationship guru. He is an image consultant and more. He is obviously a black man, and he talks a lot about the black community. He interviews lots of women. He started with men. The men was not quite as entertaining, so the women kind of took the show off. We're going to go over this and do more as we go, but I'm gonna give you my thoughts as they talk.
Oh, man. How are you?
I'm good.
How old are you?
I'm 23. So I actually called in earlier this week, and you called me out. You called me scatterbrained, and it made me think a lot, and it made me actually I took your criticism and I applied it, and so I'm actually coming in with a question.
All right.
So you say women should be in competition, or not competition, but women should have a standard, and there should be almost like a competition, and there should be a beauty of standard, which I agree with. But
this portable warm air
say, oh, but then they shouldn't do plastic surgery and stuff like that. Like men don't like that, but I feel like a lot of women who get plastic surgery is to meet those beauty standards.
No.
If I'm making sense.
No.
I would rather a woman go to the gym than get plastic surgery. That'd be my personal preference, and I think most men are like that too.
So it's
no, hold on. You got to keep going on with the outcome. The women who get these comic proportions, do you see them married to men of value?
No.
Thank you.
Well then.
All right, but then so then the question is what is the beauty standard? Because
so most people's beauty standards is kind of health. What I tell everybody is, you're gonna be beautiful to somebody. You just want to be in a healthy range of your life, right? You don't want to be morbidly obese or thick skinny, right? You want to be 10 to 23% body fat, depending on however you're living and whatnot. But when you start getting over 30-40% body fat, then that has health conditions, health issues, implications to it too.
I feel like
well the point, okay, the first thing, women being competitive is one thing. Trying to cheat, getting comic proportion beauty enhancements is like using steroids.
I like
no
that.
one respects that. Men don't marry that. And what is a beauty standard? That is that they're, look, I don't want to get into the subject of European versus this versus that. Be the best version of yourself. Men want a woman close to as natural as possible, a woman that is fit. A woman that is fit. A low body fat percentage, a woman who's active, a woman who is in a reasonable shape, dress size. Some guys like women who are on the thinner side. So
right, you don't have to be Serena Williams or an Olympic sprinter. Just the best version of you that you could be. And I mean, not everybody's going to be their best version, but close to it. 90% of what you could be, 80% of what you could be.
Women like women on a little thicker side, 2, 4, 6, something, maybe even 8. But when you start getting into the 10s and 12s and
right, then health starts becoming
way less than a man. You want a standard? Go back and look at Jet Magazine. Go back and look at Soul Train. Go back and look at your people in the 60s and 70s.
Right.
Go look at your grandma. That's the standard. Men haven't changed. Men are relatively the same height and same weight we've been for the last 100 years.
Interesting. So would you say that this beauty of standard placed in today's media is made by women?
Beauty's well, that's a convoluted question. What's in media is to sell products. I mean, they don't sell Brazilian. Let's talk about weave. Weaving wigs.
Yeah.
That's a $10 billion industry.
Yeah.
What's the most you've ever spent on a hairpiece?
$400.
You're 23?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What's your rent?
My rent?
Yeah.
My rent is $700.
That's more than half a rent.
Thank you. Oof. $400 on a wig, that's half a month rent.
But I feel like, you have to take into account that I don't have a lot of quote unquote like responsibilities. Like I don't have.
So just be irresponsible?
So you can be irresponsible?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying I treated myself.
That's the problem. You're allowed to treat yourself, and you're irresponsible. So men look at what you. No. You want the answer. Women see a man who treats himself like that pays a penalty. It does.
But
it makes no sense to me. And listen, I need you to listen. I need you to pay attention to what I'm about to say because this is going to sting a little bit. It makes no sense to men that women go out of their way to spend lots of money on something that grows out of your head naturally.
Right. It's already there.
May I say something?
Sure.
I don't. A $400 purchase every year or so, investing in myself, I don't think that's a crazy purchase. Okay. I don't spend a lot.
A yearly $400 purchase could be like your year's gym membership, and that's a real investment in yourself.
On
well, how much does the average woman spend? How much does the average black woman spend on hair upkeep monthly?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't like are you talking about naturally or are you talking about
no, how often do you go to the beauty salon, go get your hair? How often do you keep what do you spend?
I do my own hair. So all I do is buy pieces and I do my own hair. So
most people don't.
What I'm spending on either my products for my natural hair or what I'm spending on my hair pieces, that's what I'm spending. I do my own hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, but your hair,
you will notice that as we do these Kevin Samuels, or if you've ever watched Kevin Samuels, or if you've been talking to a lady, when you ask them questions, it is so hard for them to give a direct answer. I don't understand why you just can't give a direct answer.
The point is the hair pieces are additions to what's already in here. What's wrong with your natural hair? You don't need hair pieces. Your grandma didn't have hair pieces. My grandmother wore a wig because she got tired of doing her hair and she was old. Y'all are young. Why are y'all wearing all this fake hair on your head when we don't even want it? We don't want it. We don't like it. That's not you. That don't naturally go out your head. That don't.
Right. That's a good point. Like most men that I know, we don't like fake hair. Those long crazy eyelashes, we don't like that too much. And the nails, like the nails are insane. I don't even understand why women want to have nails that are like 3 or 4 inches long. It makes you bend your fingers differently. You can't even like make a fist no more. You have to like flatten out your hands as you close them and stuff. It's just very weird to us.
No, nothing like you. That's not a black woman's hair on your head.
It
does not make you more beautiful.
For like protective styles and stuff.
Protect your hair from what? That's bullshit. Now, young lady, when y'all start this protective stuff, y'all ain't even doing this. That's another cop out. Protecting it from what? Okay, let me ask you this. Let me back up. Slow it back.
Slow it down. Okay. Slow it down.
How many days a week are you in the gym?
4 days a week.
Okay.
At least you're doing it. But most women spend more time dealing with their hair than they do working out.
That is a problem.
I agree.
It's a $10 billion industry. Black hair is a $10 billion. There's so much emphasis put on stuff that's on your head and on your fingers versus what's going in our bodies and in our minds. Men have been. How often do you often hear men say they want women with weave or wig, or do they say they don't want that?
I often hear a lot of men say they want women with good hair. So I think it goes back to the beauty standard.
Becky with the good hair.
Oh my God. You tell me, are these straight men?
Yeah.
I have never heard a man say, you know what, I want a woman with good hair. Good pussy, but good hair? No. Come on, man. I've never heard no man. I want a woman with good hair.
It's a thing in the black community.
No, it's
hair.
Oh, Jesus. Women.
He's like, I've never been in the black community.
I'm going to do a quick poll.
Okay.
Go ahead and do a quick poll.
All right.
How many men have ever told a woman, or said told a woman, I want her to have good hair? I am 52 years old. When I hear good hair, that's a woman thing.
This is a Kizik shoe. It's a hands-free shoe that you...
Yeah, I don't know a lot of guys who are gonna be like, "Oh, her hair ain't quite right." Now, if you like got some crazy hairstyle, if you got a mohawk or like blue hair or something like that, it might be like a turn off. But I mean, he's talking about natural hair, so yeah, most of the time, if you just got natural hair, most dudes like that.
Ain't coming from us. That's coming from y'all. And if you're telling me that men today, young men, are saying, you know what? I would date her, man, but her hair wasn't good enough. I ain't never heard no shit like that before in my life.
Right.
That's why they're laughing, cap. Yeah, they're having a good time. Yeah, I ain't never heard that shit before in my life. In the comment section, keep it light, keep it respectful. But young lady, that's not what men walk around saying. Man, I'd have dated her, man, but her hair wasn't good enough.
Again, I think it goes back to upkeep. It goes back to upkeep and looking good.
For who? Looking good to who?
For men.
Black men do not like wigs or weave.
Right.
You don't look.
We'd be looking at the booty, the body, the face, the lips, the eyes. Like, I don't like weave. And, like, they're not talking
like
about
your
males,
natural self. That does not look like a black woman. What's on your head is not you.
Right. I don't even like makeup. I tell women not to wear makeup, or, you know, you want to do like a 5-minute little dust up or whatever. But women who take a half hour to get ready, I can't do that.
We cannot go to the continent and see that on our women. So if you talk about a European beauty standard, you do it every time you put on a wig or weave. It ain't us, it's y'all that do this stuff.
Right, I like women with twists.
That's in the mixed match. You talk about it. You don't like a European beauty standard? Well, take that wig off your head. Take the weave out. Wear your natural hair. Whatever it is, whatever length it is, and put it in whatever style you can. Mm-hmm. Stop protecting your hair from the sun and oxygen.
Right.
Protective hairstyle. That's the most bullshit stuff What the hell says it's protective hair? What? Protecting it from the atmosphere. Now, seriously. Okay. Seriously though.
Yeah.
I think you need to start asking more men. Point blank, ask. Do you prefer a woman to have natural hair, or do you prefer her to wear a wig or weave?
Mm-hmm. So my brothers and my father, they prefer natural. They prefer natural hair and stuff like that.
Wow. Okay.
So I grew up, you know, with like knowing that natural hair is what men really like. Like I grew up, but.
So her father and brothers prefer natural hair. Wouldn't you normally try to be like the attractiveness that your father was talking about as you were growing up or something? That seems kind of weird that her whole family likes natural hair, but she's going to put on this wig or weave or whatever it is.
I feel like through school, especially like just like through school and through media, like people don't want, in my opinion, like that. They say they want natural hair, but they really don't.
When you say people, ma'am, hold on. When you say people, when you went to school, who are the people you're talking about?
I'm talking about men.
No, ma'am.
Like I know
no, ma'am. That's bullshit.
She's saying the men at school said they wanted natural hair, but really don't. And then her dad and her brothers like natural hair. I don't understand why she would. What makes you think that they really don't if everyone's telling you that they do?
Bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because most men are like your father and your brothers. And then you got the message at home, we like natural hair. Your father, we like natural hair. Your brothers, we like natural hair. But then you went to school with them wig-wearing, weave-wearing girls, and they started changing your mind because the stuff y'all look at and talk about each other. Men do not leave their house talking like your brother and your father and then go to school asking for women to wear weave and wigs. That's insane.
I don't think they're necessarily asking, but I think they don't mind it. I feel like a lot of
them Stop. Thank you.
Wow, they don't mind it? I mean, if all the women are going to be wearing weaves, those nails, those eyelashes, we got to accept it. We don't, I mean, if it's so crazy that she would say that everybody keeps telling her they like the natural. But then these women, they want to they want to doll themselves up for each other so they can look at each other and tell each other they look great. And then, I mean, that's fine if that's what you want to be attracted to women. Just say that. But like, men don't like it.
Just like the first woman who said, men may not have a problem with it, but they don't mind it. How can they, black men have been asking black women to take that shit off your head for most of my life, but it's getting worse. They don't mind it. They're tired of arguing with you about it.
Right, we just got to accept it.
You know how ridiculous y'all look with that, as dark as y'all are with that shit on y'all's head? Y'all look like some fools. Y'all look like some zip damn fools. We actually sit down and laugh to see, is that her scalp? Y'all look crazy. The darker you are with this long flowing stuff out your heads like that is not how you look.
A lot of actually, the people in my tribe, we actually we do have hair like that. So
why you got on some fake hair?
I don't like the narrative that dark women.
No, the point is we like you in your natural state, and I'm saying dark, not as you can have whatever shade, but it starts to and it's not big as far as our hair length. It also gets into the color. You ladies are wearing stuff that does not naturally go out of your head in colors that don't actually come in our DNA. And you cannot tell me that this is driven by the men. This is driven by what you ladies are trying to one up each other and look good and cute for each other. Men have been saying what they want for the longest, but y'all don't listen to us. I mean, we're your men, and we can't even get y'all to treat us nice and smile.
I want to see if I can find that one again.
What is a group of men who can't even get their women to smile at them? How are they going to get you to stop doing anything y'all want to do?
So if you don't know what he's referencing, he had an interview with a lady who was she just looked not happy, right? And so she said that people would ask her to smile, and it made her mad. And he's like, why does it make you mad? And she's like, well, he can't tell me what to do. Guys should just be telling me to smile and stuff. And he's like, whoa, like, I don't know if I tell women to smile, but hey, smile, what's up, or whatever, like try to make them laugh and stuff. But that's what he's referencing. This lady got really upset that guys would tell her to smile.
Okay.
Where's your last boyfriend?
When, you said?
Mm-hmm. How long ago was your last boyfriend?
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And did you still have this hairstyle then?
Say it again, sorry.
Did you have this same hairstyle then?
No, so I mean, I did when I met him, but he preferred my natural look, so I was
You can't make this shit up.
What in the world?
Your father, your son.
Exactly. I'll let him do it.
Your ex-boyfriend, all want natural, but yet you keep talking about black men who ain't in your life, who you can. You see what I mean? Look at what you're focusing on.
I see what you mean now.
What you're focusing on. The men who are in your life who's
how didn't you see it before?
About. Then you go and say, well, in the media, your father, your son, your ex-boyfriend, all want natural, but yet you keep talking about black men who ain't in your life, who you can. You see what I mean? Look at what you're focusing on.
I see what you mean now.
What you're focusing on. The men who are in your life whose opinion you're supposed to care about. Then you go and say, well, in the media. No, it's not in the media. It's what you watch on Instagram, TikTok. It's women looking at women.
I guess where I'm getting convoluted, or where I think I see your point, but when you brought up saying men in my life, because I guess I'm seeing media and I'm thinking majority of men when I'm not even.
Okay, let me ask you a general question. It has nothing to do with hair. Out of 100%, let me ask you a question. It has nothing to do with hair. Out of 100% of adult men, 100% of adult men, adult, normal, heterosexual men, right? 100%. What percentage of those men?
He said normal.
Are having sex?
Adult men?
Mm-hmm.
I believe
30
8%.
to 40.
Mm-hmm. And what you've just what percentage of those men are having sex?
Adult men?
Mm-hmm.
I believe 80%.
Mm-hmm. And what you've just witnessed, people, is women. When you talk about men, women automatically go to the men that they find attractive. 60% of men on this planet will reproduce. The planet has always had 30 to 40% of men who will never reproduce, have children. There's
It's
a
kinda
large
sad.
group of men in this country who are virgins, incels.
It's also
But
sad.
most women think 80% of all men are having sex because they think all men are doing what the very narrow band, the top 20% of men they find attractive are doing. So that's what you focus on. You focus on 20% or 10% of men and you try to extract and you try to assume what they want and you extrapolate that to all men. It just shows you don't know all men. Your brothers, and everybody like your brother falls into that 80% that you're not paying attention to. Your father falls into that 80% you're not paying attention to. Do that example.
Shoot.
Ask a woman what percentage of men they think are having sex, and they'll always tell you 70, 80, 90%. And men are like, what? If 80% of men were getting laid,
There'd be no
having
world
sex,
wars.
we'd have no fucking problems.
Right? No world wars.
I see your point. I see your point.
Goes to further prove that modern women are
But you're gonna
so
start
out
listening.
of touch with the men with whom they share the planet with. This is a good example of women. If they're not, I'm sorry, men understand something. If women aren't attracted to you in our community, your opinion doesn't matter. I didn't make that rule.
That
guys.
is true.
But in our community in particular, if they're not attracted to you,
I have seen
what
it.
you think doesn't matter. They only care about the men they find attractive, what they think.
Or if the man has a lot of money. You gotta be attractive.
And it's
or have a
more
lot of
extreme
money.
in our community. And it's sad. It really shouldn't be that way.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
And I would say this: start doing your natural hair now, because I would tell you, most men look at that. Most men have a real problem with women, black women's hair. Let me tell you why. One,
Yeah.
because how much it costs. Two, how much time you guys spend worrying about it. Don't pull it. Don't touch it. Can't go swim. Can't go there. This is no. Your hair should not be another consideration in a relationship. Whatever's in your head, on your head, rock with it.
Right? It's not that
Because if
hard.
you wanted to go swimming, your man says, "I want to go swimming." Can you swim?
Yes. So actually, it's probably better to swim in a weave than it is in your natural hair. Like, I don't think you understand how much.
Trust. Image
Gotta be right.
consultant. Come on, I understand. I understand you folks. I understand that when you want to do something, you'll find a way to justify it. A better question is, what's wrong with your natural hair? Why can't you?
Nothing. It's just a lot of upkeep. So I like to.
What do you mean it's a lot of upkeep?
It is.
That looks like a lot of upkeep.
Meaning what?
It just requires
stretching will relax.
There's a lot that goes into it. Like a black woman's hair, especially like type 4C, like the super curly hair.
I know the women are from my family. It's a lot of upkeep. How come they didn't have a problem? How come women for every generation before yours seem to not have a problem with it?
I think they did have a problem.
No, they
with
didn't.
It, and hence why.
No. I grew up with them. You don't know these people. I'm gonna tell you the problem is y'all are lazy. Y'all are lazy. Oh, y'all lazy as fuck compared to previous generation. Y'all lazy, y'all soft, and y'all delicate.
Yes.
Y'all know, so y'all don't want any trouble.
She gonna shake her head no and then be like, oh, well, when you compare us to non-lazy people, then yes. If you're lazy, you're lazy. Why would you say, oh, well, if you compare me to non-lazy people, then yeah, I'm lazy. But in just general, no, I'm not. That doesn't make any sense.
And when I'm listening to somebody say, the upkeep on what grows out of my hair is so troublesome. All right, then. Men are saying, so let me get this right. Because you are too lazy to do your own hair, we got to make an additional $400 to $1,000 however so often to keep your hair done. And then when you go to the beauty salon, men are tired of when y'all go to the salon. It's going to be 2 to 4 hours. Y'all don't realize how much y'all's hair is a problem for men. But just like I did a broadcast on pets, dogs in particular, how much single men have a problem with single women with these damn dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't think about concern yourself with what men want. Y'all are worried about what y'all like.
Okay, but can I ask you a question?
Last one, I got it done. Go ahead.
Okay. So you're saying
there's a chance
men, they don't like the upkeep. They don't like to. They just
nope,
go your natural hair. But like you said it yourself, like you grew up seeing women take the time to do their natural hair. Like I'm trying to emphasize the work, no matter if it's a weave or your natural hair. Like Black women's hair take work.
So prefer the natural then.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't, ma'am.
That's just
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yes.
Because who you think you're talking to? My grandmother was a
man.
domestic.
I'm talking to
my grandmother was a domestic.
He doesn't have Black women's hair.
Oh, now you're about to get checked.
Right, I know all about hair. My mom was a hairdresser.
You know what the fuck you're talking about.
My mom is a white lady hairdresser. My dad's black. But my mom's a white lady hairdresser. My sister wanted to be a hairdresser when she was young. I know all about hair. My girlfriend came. I know all about makeup. I hate makeup. I can't stand makeup. My girlfriend came home a couple months ago. Maybe, I don't know how long it was. But she had got her makeup did by her friends for her birthday, right? Came home all done up and stuff. And I'm all like, oh, see, you got your stuff all contoured, you got the foundation and this and that. She's like, how do you know all this? And I'm like, I grew up with women, like girls and women, like men. You don't have to be a woman to understand hair or makeup or nails or anything. I know. I used to do my own hair because, again, my mom was a hairdresser. I used to live on my own in Florida, and I would bleach my hair and do all this different stuff to my hair. And people be like, whoa, because one day it would look like something, and one day it look like something else. They'd be like, where'd you go to get your hair done? I'd be like, I did that. And they're like, no, you didn't. I'm like, oh, yeah, my mom's a hairdresser. I know how to do some stuff. But you don't have to be a woman to know about hair.
I don't have to have Black women's hair to know what the hell I'm talking about. I grew up seeing more Black women than you probably did when 4C hair. And they actually had to get up and go work real hard goddamn jobs. Getting on somebody's floor and cleaning up floors for white folks. Factory work. Out in the field, picking shit. Y'all sitting in offices complaining about doing your hair. My grandmother could do her hair, which was nappier than yours. My mother could do her hair, which is nappy as yours. And still get out and have to work a fucking 10-hour day, living in the projects, broke. Man, you don't want to have this conversation with me.
Samuel,
No, get it going. Go.
You put her out. So he'll be putting the ladies out sometimes when he gets to a certain point. So we're going to leave him there at that. So yeah, I want to take this more from the societal standpoint. For my entire life, I've been telling ladies, Black women, just grow your hair out. Whatever you got, just like he said, just grow what you got. I love an afro. Man, Angela Davis, especially when she was young, man, she had that big old afro. It's like 4 or 5 inches, maybe 6. But I loved it. She was so fine, got that little gap in her teeth and stuff. Like, your flaws are what make you different or what make you special. Not that your hair is a flaw, but a lot of ladies feel that it's that way, right? Don't feel that your hair is a flaw. You're Black. We come from a place different. We come from Africa where our hair needed to be tight so that the sun wouldn't kill our head, I guess, whatever it was. And then whatever made white people's hair straight, fine, who cares? It's not a big deal. And I'm the type, if you want to wear a wig every now and then, or you want to dress up and do like some costume stuff every now and then, that's fine. That's fun. Like, I like Halloween. Halloween was one of my favorite holidays, right? If you want to dress up and wear a costume, let's do that sometimes. Even like once a month. I'd rather dress up with my girl once a month and wear some kind of costume on whatever holiday it was, right? Or even if it was just a go out night and just. But I'm more of a silly dresser upper. But anyway, I'd rather, do it like once in a while and do it in a way that everybody sees and knows that you're dressing up. But when you wear a costume in everyday life, like you got to put on this wig, and you got to put on these lashes, and you got to put on these nails, and you got to put on an hour of makeup or even a half hour of makeup, and then you got to cinch your waist with this thing. And there's a lot of misdirection or misinformation going on there, right, ladies? We don't need all that. Just be your true self and work on your true self the best you can. And that's all any man asks for, and that's all you should really be asking from any man. So until next time, we're going to be doing relationships from across the spectrum.